In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the tool within XRM Toolbox called as Attribute Usage Inspector. Now, Attribute Usage Inspector is a tool. Basically, it allows you to inspect the usage of attributes or fields per entity. What does that mean? Is it will find out how well the column is used within your table. Like say if you have created a table with say 5 columns, and if you are not populating value in the fifth column more frequently, then it will help you identify that. Now it gives you an power for an important decision to make, like whether that column is needed or not, how do you restructure your table, and how to make use of storage efficiently. So this is a tool which is built by MSCRM tools. It also allows you to export the statistics to an Excel file, so that if you want to use it for an audit perspective or if you're doing a code review, then this particular tool will definitely help you in understanding the schematics of the Dataverse table. It also allows you to view the fetch XML query for system and personal views. The good part is it displays the total number of records as well. So you can easily check out how many records are utilized, how many records are used for that specific table. So if the table has say 100 records, and if that column in question is being used only once or twice, then do you really need that column, or does that column add any value? So you can make that decision during the cleanup stage. It allows you to test using the SQL query as well. Now, what are the use cases? The use case for using this particular attribute usage inspector tool is it's useful for understanding which fields are most used. It will allow you to clean up your schema for the specific table. It also helps in understanding the sparse and the denseness of the record set. This is how the tool looks like. So on the left hand side, you will see all the tables. On the right hand side, if you select a specific table, then it will list down all the statistics. So it will list down the display name of like this is the column name. Again, this is the logical name of the column. What are the data type, whether it is used on the forms or not, and if it is whether it is how the data usage is done per record. So take for example, if you have say 11 records, and within that 11 record, how this particular table columns are faring. Okay, so for if you see this records, it's all 100%, but then these records are in question because these are used infrequently. But if you see this particular top four, it is not even being used. Okay, so that means you can make some analysis over here, and then we'll try to find that out, how this particular things are shaped up. Now you can, this is a good statistic. It will allow you to see whether you are using this particular column in a form or not. Okay, so if you have designed this column or designed this column, and if you're not using in the form, this is a good indication to identify why it is not used, whether it is just like a hidden field or if it is just like a worker field. So it will help you generate those statistics as well. Okay, export to Excel. So this functionality allows you to export the statistics into an Excel file. As you see over here, it gives you the row count, so how many records exist, and also the same thing which we have seen in the visual, the data usage, the data count, whether it's used on form or not, and what are the display name, logical name, and the attribute name. So let's jump into the demo, and let me go into this toolbox. And here in XRM Toolbox, I have this attribute usage inspector. Again, if you haven't installed it, use it. Open the tools library, search for that, and then install it from XRM Toolbox. Once you're done with it, you can, on the top bar, you'll see load entities. So you can load entities. There is only one option to load, that's load all the entities within your system. There is a search box over here to search for the table, if you are not sure which table you are looking for. So take for example, if I'm looking for world table, I'm just typing world, and then I'll select this, and then it will list down display name, logical name, attribute type, whether it is used on form, what are the data usages. The good part is you can click on the column data usage, and then it will sort. by descending or ascending. And then from here, you can easily identify that the population column over here is not used frequently. So that means people are not putting records in this particular column. And that's why you can make that decision to either remove the column or make some amendments to the data population process. This field will find out whether it is being used or on any forms or not. Now, once you're done with this, there is an option whereby you can export this to Excel. Here you can define number of records rated per call. So if that table is basically is like more than say 1,000 records or 5,000 records, and you don't want all those records to be imported back, then you can control those parameters. You can also use a direct SQL query, use a fetch XML query, and let me export to Excel. If we export to Excel, it will download the Excel file. So exporting to Excel. So exporting to Excel may use standard queries to retrieve all the records. So I'll click on yes, and it will download the Excel. So I'll call this as world table. Click on save. I like to open that file, and then this is how the file will look like. It will display the number of records and in summary, and then it'll give you more details in terms of display name, logical name, attribute type, non-form, data usage, data count, and so on and so forth. So it'll give you a nice statistic. This will help you for your audit purpose, or maybe you can use this for record keeping purposes as well. So that's it, folks. This is all about attribute usage inspector tool within XRM Toolbox. Thanks for watching.